Hey, Ryan. Hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan Donald Trump Jr.
Hogs to NC. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics. Follow on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. Here is your host, Ryan Samuels.
So there is some incredibly scary and disturbing news coming out of not only New Jersey, this seems to be spreading around the world. Now, we're talking about drones, okay? Drones, there's some sort of unidentified aircraft, multiple of them, up to 50, they're saying, in New Jersey, just flying around a military base. The Pentagon is saying they don't know what the heck it is. A congressman is claiming that he's got intelligence from somebody very high up and very reliable that it's from Iran, that they have a ship off the coast of the United States. These drones are now flying over the UK, and nobody seems to know what the hell they are. We have a multi-billion, trillion-dollar budget for our Department of Defense and federal government. Trillions of dollars between the FBI, the United States military, the CIA, the NSA, the Department of Justice, the federal government. Elected officials are demanding answers, and nobody is giving it to them. Their response is simply, they do not know. How hard is this? This is not hard. If you took a helicopter and you went out to the drones and you followed them around, they're going to have to land at some point, okay? We can refuel helicopters in the air. We can refuel aircraft in the air. We have satellite imagery that can hone down on these drones and just watch them from some fat nerd sitting in a basement in Arizona wearing a military uniform. We have the technology to identify this and find out what it is, but our Justice Department is one of two things. It is completely and utterly incompetent, or they know exactly what it is and they don't want to tell anybody. So that's the scariest of the two. Both of those options are completely frightening, right? How hard would it be to attach some missiles to these drones if they don't have them already, because we simply can't get an up-close photo shot of them to identify what the hell they are? So this is where we are. This is what happens when you make DEI a primary subject in the United States military and not defending the freaking coast of the United States. Right outside of New Jersey, close to Manhattan, close to New York City, not far from Washington, D.C. This is a catastrophe, and nobody seems to know. So we're going to cover this tonight in length. I want answers. I know you, as the American people, want answers. You need to demand answers on this. This is a very scary situation. But before we go any further, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Share this video to your family, your friends. Share this podcast to your family, your friends. Hey, this podcast has been taking off. Let's keep it going. Shout out to my listeners in Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys are number one on the city leaderboard. You've beat New York City when it comes to downloads. Thank you so much for listening. But we will be right back after this word from our sponsor. The best thing in life that you can do always is to be prepared. Be prepared for anything with My Patriot Supply, the leading provider of high-quality, long shelf life emergency food kits designed to empower you and your family to stay self-sufficient during any crisis, ensuring your safety and freedom when it matters most. Be self-reliant with high-quality, long-lasting emergency food in your pantry. My Patriot Supply has a variety of options and is always American made. Don't be caught unprepared. Stock your pantry with My Patriot Supply's emergency food kits, providing nutritious meals for weeks. And even when disaster strikes, you cannot rely on society in an emergency crisis. Get your 3-month supply kit right now by clicking the link in the description or scanning that QR code on this screen. The best. Listen, I know I play that ad every single episode. This is the show sponsor. I don't let anybody sponsor this show. This is the first sponsor that we've ever had. But I'm telling you, it's because of situations like this with this drone, which is why I allowed this. Listen, just pick up some food to have at your house. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to need it at some point. We literally have drones that are being accused to be military aircraft, or adversary military aircraft over our borders. Keep some food in your closet. You never know what's going to happen. You're never going to know what's going to go down. So here is a report from News Nation on this situation. And just the news report from New Jersey. We're going to talk about the UK and other possible scenarios in a little bit. But let's listen to this. This has an eyewitness who saw these drones. Let's watch this.
How is it possible that everyone from the New Jersey governor to the FBI have no idea what these are? Joining us now is my friend Evan Cutler, who witnessed one of the drones up close in New Jersey. He took some pictures as well. Evan, good to see you. So Evan described to me what he saw, and I said, you got to come on the show to talk about it. Evan, what did you see?
Well, I saw a drone. If it was a drone, who knows what it was, but it was not the drone you see people fly. There's the picture. It was the size of a school bus. Literally the size of my 2-car garage. Well, I have a 1-car garage, the size of a 2-car garage.
And what happened when you saw it or you started taking pictures, et cetera?
Well, to back up a little bit, I'm coming home from On Patrol Live. It's 12:30 at night, and I get into Montclair, New Jersey, and I see the full moon. And I'm like, well, it can't be a full moon because the full moon was 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, it's getting closer and closer. And then first, I think it's a plane, then a helicopter. Then it's hovering right over the woods as you're entering Montclair. And it's a drone literally 40 feet wide by 40 feet wide, hovering right over the woods. I pull over, get out of my car, forget about the phone. I'm just like looking at this thing, wondering what the heck it is. Then I said, oh, I should take a picture. I grab my phone, starts, the second it like notices I'm out there, it just starts heading south. Grab the picture. The picture looks like a dot. It looks like, at the very most, like a Plan 9 from outer space flying saucer. But when I got a good close look at it, when it was only about 100 feet off the ground, maybe 150 feet off the ground, it looked like a drone on steroids, like literally a drone the size of a garage.
And you reported it to the authorities?
I got home. The first thing I did is I Googled. I went on X. I went on Instagram. I like, is this a thing? And I saw nothing except one little news report from like Morris County Patch about some drones making noise and keeping people up at night. Nothing. Then, so the next morning I called the FAA, I called the FBI, and still to this day, I've not gotten a response from either of them.
Well,
So this is not one person who's seeing these things. This is not a single person. This has been going on for a little while now. I haven't covered it. I really haven't had the chance to. We've had so much other stuff going on. But it's been a while. There's no reason you could not figure this out in one day. There's no reason you could not figure this out in a single day.
it's not surprising considering we just saw them in front of a House committee saying they don't know what's going on. But, it is
the one thing I got to say, though, is if for people like me who do see something that's unidentified, there's very little recourse. I Googled, what do you do when you see a UFO? There's nothing. I think that's why a lot of times these things go unreported. You have nowhere to go. And I'm a seasoned journalist. I know, I did some digging. I found out who to call. And to this day, it's, I've gotten no response.
It's weird that it's just happening in this one area of New Jersey. Maybe they're just monitoring you, Evan,
that was my first thought, and and I do have my aluminum foil here if I do want to make a hat. That was what some people at All Patrol Live suggested, but as ridiculous as everything sounds, I do have a teeny bit of credibility. I'm the president of the Montclair Bird Club. I'm used to looking at things in the sky. I've been a bird watcher since 4th grade. I spend my weekends at the Montclair Hawk Watch. I look at things in the sky. I know that's one of the things I'm good at.
Yeah, you're good at many things, Evan. Don't sell yourself short.
That's just one eyewitness testimony. Now, what's extremely concerning is the size of these. These are not little drones you buy on Amazon or at Walmart. These things are the size of cars. Now, he's saying there's one the size of a bus. Everybody else seems to say that it's the size of a car, like a small sedan. Here's a video of one of these alleged drones. This one just looks like an airplane, although the lighting's a little bit off. But that's allegedly one of the videos of one of these so-called drones. They don't even know what they are at this point. Here is a video taken from an airplane, from a passenger looking down at these drones in the sky. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, there's countless of them. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going. Like, what if we're like? This is like where I've lost all confidence in the United States military. I mean, what if this is an attack on the United States? What are our defenses? I mean, what recourse do we take? What is the defense that we take to stop this from happening? This is New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Okay, so here's the thing about Congress people. They have friggin' connections, dude. Okay? They know people who are on the House Intelligence Committee. They know people in government. They work with them all the time. They know people in the CIA. They have sources everywhere. Okay? And this is why you have representatives to fight for your area. So this guy, from the state that he represents in the federal government, his constituents are, I'm assuming, reaching out to him being like, what the hell is going on? And here's his response. Listen to this.
In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago.
What? Iran launched a mothership about a month ago, is what they're being told. What he's claiming to have been told.
That contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home, also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Now, you could call him a kook, you can call him a lunatic, you can call him whatever you want, but he's a congressman. I get it. They're not all champions. Some of them are idiots. A lot of them are idiots. They make things up. But they do have a little bit of credibility when they're sitting on aviation committees or aviation subcommittees, and they, on a daily basis, work with these federal officials, and now are being told that it's Iran. Now, could this be a false flag by the warmongers? Yeah, of course it could. Of course. We've seen false flags before. They're dying to go to war with Iran. Israel wants to go to war with Iran. Everybody wants to get rid of Iran. Iran's a problem. Is Iran really doing this? That's what we need to figure out. But the problem is the level of incompetence in our government is so great, they're saying that they have no idea. Here is Sabrina Singh. She's the Deputy Defense Press Secretary for the Pentagon, being asked about the drones. Let's listen to this.
Jen. Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial...
You're the Pentagon. What do you mean this is being investigated by local law enforcement? What do you mean? You're the one who's supposed to have these answers. Local law enforcement has reached out to you and said, hey, we need your help, man. We got friggin' buses flying around over our city. There's 50 of them in military bases. It's insane. And her response is, oh, well, local law enforcement's looking into it. Let me get back to my coffee.
Assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Okay.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
But you said you don't know what it is. So how do you know it's not that? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense unless you know exactly what it is. Now, if you notice the question, she asked her, hey, are these U.S. military drones? And very quickly, no, they're not U.S. military drones. So what are they? Are they CIA drones? Do they belong to us? And Van Drew also said, well, if they belonged to us, they would tell us. No, they wouldn't. They didn't say it belonged to us at Roswell when something this similar to this happened. And everybody thought it was aliens, but it turned out to be a weather balloon, allegedly. A United States spy aircraft that they closed off the area and didn't want anybody to see the technology. That's supposedly what happened. They wouldn't tell us, but I'll tell you what they would do is they would stop flying them. They wouldn't tell us it was them. It would be like, yeah, we don't know where they are. We're still looking into it. And people would just forget about it. But they're continuing to fly. Bull crap.
Yeah, you can't tell me that we don't know what that is. I just think they're not being honest with us. I think that if we don't know, if our government really has no idea, then they're even more incompetent than I thought. We've got to get to the bottom of this, and they need to level with the American people about what's going on. It's crazy.
That's Senator Josh Hawley. I'm sure you've seen his glorious videos circling the internet of him just roasting people on the Senate floor. Here is a here's another video from an eyewitness. Here, I'm going to read the caption out loud for people on the podcast. The FBI is investigating a cluster of what look to be drones and a possible fixed-wing aircraft spotted flying in New Jersey skies. Here's video of the mysterious flying objects from Mendon Township. This is from a local news report.
This one is extremely low. It's loud.
It's really cute.
And it's huge.
It's so big. It looks so much closer in person.
Yeah, my camera doesn't do it. Looks like a spaceship, right? Like that doesn't look like a drone, right? That looks like a spaceship. It's like a small plane. It really is like a small plane.
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
They just keep coming.
These are all drones in the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 right here.
7. They've said that they've seen up to 50, and they're coming from the ocean, is what other reports have said. Here is this one looks like to be a good one. Let me pull this up on the screen here. The Silent Armada, New Jersey's drone invasion signals a dark future. This is from the Great Flip on Twitter. There's a new predator in the skies over New Jersey, and it's not subtle. Car-sized drones, bristling the ominous blinking lights, and mimic FAA regulations are hovering over neighborhoods and highways. Let's look at this clip.
Oh my God, here we go. Here it is. Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Everybody's saying that these are drones. It looks like a plane to me. I could be wrong. But a lot of drones look like planes.
What is that?
What is this, dude? He's driving home.
This is multiple people. This isn't one or two Looney Tunes sitting in their driveway making things up. Okay, this isn't one person reporting that they were abducted by aliens. Okay, and this is national news. This is international news. Here is the Fox News report on the situation.
You see, Trump National Golf Club isn't far from the Picatinny Arsenal military base, which some thought may be behind the drones. But the base tells Fox News, quote, while the source and cause of these aircraft operating in our area remain unknown, we can confirm that they are not the result of any Picatinny Arsenal-related activities. Now, Fox News also spoke with Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey. He said it doesn't appear the pilots of these drones are breaking any laws, rules, or regulations. They're staying out of restricted airspace, which he says is an indication that they know what they're doing.
I do not believe it's the U.S. military, and if it is, and if they're doing exercises, shame on them for the disorganized way they are doing it. I don't believe it is them. I am hopeful it is not a foreign adversary, yet I do worry about that.
Yeah, and this will be a main topic of conversation at a House hearing on Capitol Hill today that starts at 2 o'clock, focused on the safety implications of drone technology. And Congressman Van Drew tells Fox that the United States is behind, specifically China, with this technology, and that we need to do a better job of defending against. And
we are way behind the drone war with China or any other country. Well, not any other country, but we are way behind. China's drone technology is 1,000 light years ahead of ours. We're like playing Atari and they're on an Xbox 360. Here is Waters. Let's hear what Water has to say.
Well, the mysterious drones that have been flying all over New Jersey have caught the attention of the FBI, and they're clueless.
The Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet.
Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that. But
you don't know what they are. You have no idea. You're saying you know what, you don't know what they are. So are you at risk? Yeah, possibly. You're just as at risk as you are not at risk, because I have no idea what the hell they are.
But we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
So the FBI either lied under oath just there, or they're completely in the dark about our national security. Even the governor of New Jersey admits he has no idea what's going on.
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. We've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've gotten good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more.
Jersey officials say the first sighting was back in the middle of November, and since then they've gotten hundreds of sightings throughout the state, 180 in just one day. New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew says the drones are Iranian.
Iran launched a...
We saw that already. Thank God we have the greatest military in the world. And thank God we spend all of this money on taxes so that we can defend ourselves from situations like this. Or this is not hard to figure out. That's what's driving me so insane. You have spy planes that are up in the atmosphere that take pictures of grains of sand in Russia. I've seen satellite photos when I was in the military. I've seen it. I've seen the technology. That was 20 years ago. You mean to tell me you can't get a camera on one of these and follow it until it lands? BS. BS. You know what it is, but you won't tell us. And the reason you will not tell us is because it is a foreign adversary. It has to be. If it was just, like I said, if it was just some secret military technology that everybody's seeing, they would pull them down and hide them because they don't want you to know what the secret technology is.
Senior data reporter Harry.
Here is Anderson Cooper. This is before his layoff. He has not been laid off yet, although rumors are circulating that he's going to be along with the rest of CNN. He is doing a segment on these drones. Let's get CNN's take on this.
Ensign joins me now with more on the mysterious drones. You're usually the data guy. Now you're the drone guy.
I have never been looking more forward to a story in my entire life. Let me tell you why. Because, you know, the bottom line is when I get into trouble, the first person I call is my girlfriend, okay? She's the first person I call. And in this particular case, I wanted to do some original reporting. And it turns out that I called her. Turns out her mother has actually been filming some of the drones.
Really?
Yes, going over Morris County. I think we have some of the, there it is. Wow. We have some original video right there that was taken by my girlfriend's mother, Nancy. Okay. I think it's going to zoom in and you'll be able to see some of the drones that come in. She's zooming in, and let's see it come across the screen.
All right.
And what is so amazing to me about this was Nancy was just, when I went over for Thanksgiving, she just could not stop talking about these drones in the sky. She was so amazed by them.
Yeah.
And she was sending a ton of video to her daughter, my girlfriend. And what's so interesting is that Morris County, which is where Nancy lives and where my girlfriend grew up, it was one of the first sites where the drones were actually seen.
Okay.
And what's so interesting...
How long has this been going on for?
Yeah, this is what's so incredible, right? So you start off in Morris, you go all the way, and it's been expanding, including Staten Island, reports of Philadelphia. And how long has it been going on for? Look at this. We have been seeing drones in the sky now for 4+ weeks. The first reports came out. And we're talking about the amount of drones per night, upwards of 49+ drone sightings. So this is crazy. It's happening all over New Jersey, and there are a ton of drones. It's amazing.
But nobody knows what there are.
We have no freaking idea what these are. And that's what
Do we
makes
know
it
how
so amazing.
many drones there are?
Well, as I mentioned, you know, we're talking about...
Are these all the same drones?
No, we have no idea. It's all a great mystery, and that's what's so amazing about
We don't even have pictures of them. We're just showing a black screen.
Well, I think what we're going to see is some of them coming across the sky there. I think We see some of them. Let's see if we can see.
Harry, you just ate up a 3-minute segment, and you actually really said nothing.
No, I would never do that. I just wanted to be with you. I haven't been with you for a while, but what's so
I like the personal connection to the drone.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate Nancy's video.
Thank you. And what I will note here, because I have to bring it back to some math, the Google searches in New Jersey.
You got 20 seconds to eat up.
So Google searches for drones in New Jersey is up 6,283% from the 10-year average on Google. That's people who are searching for drones in New Jersey. And as I promised in the video, I brought my receipts. They're also happening in the United Kingdom. Guess where? Over U.S. military bases.
The U.S. Air Force says unidentified drones have been spotted over 4 joint U.S. and U.K. military bases in England. The mysterious drones have repeatedly appeared for over a week now. Stephanie Bennett is live in London. So, Stephanie, this is pretty disturbing. What do we know about these drones?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Julie. I mean, the details are still very limited at this time. We do know that the sightings started last week on November 20th, and they have really ranged in size, in style, and also the amount that we've been seeing over that last week or so. Now, a senior British official confirmed to Fox that the UK has deployed about 60 troops, including counter-drone specialists, to help determine who is behind this and to help defend the air bases amid fears it's a potential coordinated operation. They're describing the incidents as unusual and say this is a serious set of circumstances. Take a look at this map. The bases are spread across England and are all used by U.S. Air Force. Now, the drones have been seen over RAF Fairford, Lakenheath, Mildenhall, and Feltwell. For now, civilian police, supported by the UK Ministry of Defence, have launched an investigation. And so far, we're told.
Also, Philadelphia. We are closer to World War III than we've ever been in the history of the world. You have Russia, Ukraine. Ukraine is spread. I mean, Russia is spread so thin that they allowed Syria to fall, a very close ally of them. Assad ran to Moscow for protection. We covered that on the show last night. Russia has launched an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile, into Ukraine, which is a nuclear missile. They just replaced the nuclear warheads with conventional bombs. Never been used in history. This is scary. Is this the end of the world? No. I mean, who knows? Apparently, our multi-trillion-dollar federal government, who is in so much debt that if we don't fix it, we're going to be bankrupt in 30 years. The United States is going to fall if we don't fix it. And we have no idea. They're just, flying planes in. Like, I mean, what if they just start shooting and they're kamikazes? Or what if we do find them and stop them? It doesn't matter. They already gained all the intelligence they needed to gain. They've been flying around, presumably taking pictures for over a month of all of these military installations, U.S. military installations, and major cities in the world. Donald Trump's property in New Jersey. Are there drones elsewhere in the country that nobody's seeing or haven't even acknowledged? We're going to continue to cover this story. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're on the podcast, leave a review, download the podcast. We are live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Make sure you tune in for a show. And if you're watching on the YouTube, go over to your podcast. Make sure that you download it. Downloads. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Welcome all of the new listeners, and I will see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to The Ryan Samuels Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.